Hello everyone, this is Ma'am Elaiza Magno and you may just call me Ma'am Gwen, and today we will be having a short review of our subject titled Literary Criticism. So I will be showing some questions about the subject that we will be reviewing today, and all you have to do is to answer or to choose the best answer from the choices that I will be giving. Let's proceed to number 1. So, number 1, a teacher tells her class to focus only on the imagery, symbolism, and irony found within the poem, and not on the poet's life or historical background. What approach is she using? The choices are A. Marxist criticism, B. Structuralism, C. New criticism, and D. Deconstruction. The correct answer for this number is letter C, because new criticism emphasizes close reading and disregards external context, while A, B, and D are wrong, because A, Marxist criticism would require examining socio-economic context, while B, structuralism analyzes underlying language systems and not literary devices, and D, deconstructions focus on internal contradictions and instability of meaning. Now let's proceed to number 2. In analyzing several myths from different cultures, a student notices the recurring pattern of a hero leaving home, facing trials, and returning transformed. Now what concept best explain this? Your choices are A. Fabula, B. Archetype, C. Defamiliarization, and D. Unique symbol. The correct answer for this number is letter B, because archetypes refer to recurring characters or plot structures across cultures, while A, C, and D are wrong, because A, fabula, is about narrative sequence and not themes or patterns. C, defamiliarization is a formalism concept about making the familiar seem strange, and D, unique symbols represent feminine imagery and not structural narrative roles. Let's proceed to number 3. So a story features a factory worker who struggles to escape poverty while the wealthy boss exploits his labor. A teacher encourages students to evaluate the text in light of power, class, and capitalism. Now, what is the teacher's theoretical framework? Your choices are A. Feminist criticism, B. New criticism, C. Marxist criticism, and letter D. Structuralism. And the correct answer for this number is letter C, Marxist criticism, because Marxist criticism looks at class struggles, exploitation, and capitalism, while A, B, and D are wrong, because A, focus on gender and not class, B, ignore context and focus only on the formal elements, and D, structuralism looks at patterns and not socio-political conflict. Now let's proceed to number 4. A student claims that a poem about love also suggests violence and domination through subtle word choices, showing conflicting meanings. Now, what method is the student using? Your choices are A. Psychoanalytic criticism, B. Deconstructive criticism, C. Russian formalism, and D. Historical criticism. So the correct answer for this number is letter B, deconstructive criticism, because deconstruction highlights internal contradictions and undecidability of meaning, and it is not A, C, and D, because A, psychoanalytic criticism focus on repressed desires or family dynamics, and C, Russian formalism emphasize literary techniques, and D, historical criticism relate the poem to its historical context. Number 5. A student analyzing a poem focuses on its rhyme scheme, metaphor, and symbolism without considering the poet's background or the poem's historical context. What critical approach is the student using? Your choices are A. Psychoanalytic criticism, B. Structuralism, C. Russian formalism, and D. Marxist criticism. The correct answer for this number is letter C, Russian formalism, because Russian formalism emphasizes literary devices and the artfulness of the text itself, while A, B, and D are not correct because A, psychoanalysis would focus on unconscious motives, while B, structuralism analyzes underlying systems and not just stylistics, and D, Marxist criticism link the poem to class and ideology. So number 6. Which literary theory focuses on the unconscious mind and the influence of repressed desires on characters? Your choices are A, structuralism, B, psychoanalytic criticism, C, Marxist criticism, and D, new criticism. So the correct answer for this number is letter B, psychoanalytic criticism, because psychoanalytic criticism explores the unconscious motives, desires, and childhood traumas of the characters, while A, C, and D are not correct because A, structuralism studies underlying language and narrative structures, while C, Marxist criticism analyzes economic class and ideology, and D, new criticism is focused on close reading of the text itself, which ignores the authorial psychology. Number 7. In a novel, a character constantly tries to fill in the permanent lack at the core of his or her personality. Whose theory is being applied? A. Freud, B. Barth, C. Lacan, and D. Frey. The correct answer for this number is letter C, because Lacanian theory explains that we desire things because they are an attempt to fill up a hole or a lack in our unconscious, while A, B, and D are wrong because A, Freud discusses Oedipal conflict and defense mechanisms, while B, Barth is known for semiotics and the death of the author, while D, Frey is associated with archetypes. Now, number 8. Which archetypal mythos, according to Northrop Frye, corresponds to tragedy? Your choices are A. Mythos of spring, B. Mythos of autumn, C. Mythos of winter, and D. Mythos of summer. The correct answer for this number is letter B, Mythos of Autumn, which represents decline or tragedy, while A, C, and D are not correct because A, spring is for comedy, winter is for irony or satire, and D, summer is for romance. Number 9. A student argues that a male character's actions are praised in the novel, while a female character is condemned for similar behavior. What approach is this? A, Marxist, B, feminist, C, psychoanalytic, and D, structuralist. The correct answer is letter B, feminist criticism, because feminist criticism examines how gender roles and power imbalances are portrayed in a story, while A, C, and D are not correct because A, Marxist theory looks at class and not gender, C, psychoanalytic theory explore unconscious desires, and D, structuralists focus on language systems. And lastly, number 10. What concept in Russian formalism refers to making the familiar seem strange in order to enhance perception? A, defamiliarization, B, unique symbolism, C, catharsis, and D, mimesis. The correct answer for this number is letter A, defamiliarization, because defamiliarization is a key Russian formalist idea that makes readers perceive literary language freshly, while B, C, and D are not correct because B, unique symbolism is from psychoanalytic or feminist criticism, catharsis is an Aristotelian term unrelated to stylistic technique, and mimesis means imitation, not making something strange. And that's all for our review. I hope that you learned something from this session. Thank you for watching!